seekers, welcome to the ultimate destination where pure excitement meets unrelenting thrill. Brace yourself for heart-pounding chases, jaw-dropping action, and the most exhilarating moments ever captured. If you're here for the ultimate rush, you're in the right place. Let's set your pulse racing and keep the adrenaline pumping.
Do this. Put your hands.
On May 4th, 2022, the Houston Police Department released body camera footage of a shooting outside a gas station in southeast Houston that left an officer injured.
He's looking down a little. What's up, brother? What are you doing? Is this your truck? How long you been out? Since how long? 2018. Alright, you got driver's license on you, buddy? Where are you headed to? What? Oh, alright, where at?
I was gonna take you somewhere.
Okay. You got any weapons in here, brother? Okay. Is that an ankle monitor?
Yes, sir. GPS from all that I'm blind.
What are you doing on your phone?
I was gonna show you some pictures.
Of what?
The vehicle when I first got it.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. Let's get that ID.
Oh,
No, yeah, you're fine. Here, why don't you do me a favor? Take off your seatbelt and step out. Did you just hear me? Look at me. Take off your seatbelt.
are you requesting me?
I'm telling you to take off your seatbelt and step out. Why don't we do this? Put your hands. All right.
The suspect, Jimmy Bryan, 23, was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault on a public servant in the 338th District Court. Officer Sally, who fired his weapon while on duty, was shot in the lower pelvis and taken to Memorial Hermann Southeast Hospital in stable condition.
No, tourniquet. We need a tourniquet now.
I'm in here.
Jared. I got it. Hey.
Officer McMurtry, who discharged his weapon during the incident, was uninjured. Both officers, sworn into the Houston Police Department in June 2012, are assigned to the Traffic Enforcement Division. On June 2nd, 2024, while patrolling Sparta Road in Sebring, Florida, a police officer spotted a vehicle speeding. The officer quickly made a U-turn, but as soon as the vehicle noticed, it sped off, triggering a dramatic pursuit. The vehicle then lost control while attempting to avoid a truck in front of the officer. The officer collided with the vehicle, causing significant damage and forcing it off the road, effectively ending any chance of continuing the high-speed escape.
I need another unit up here with me.
Despite the severe damage to the vehicle, the driver remained determined and refused to stop. prompting police to execute a Pitts maneuver to bring the pursuit to an end. The maneuver caused the vehicle to lose control and come to a stop, effectively ending the chase.
Traffic, we gotta stop.
Hands up! Hands up, motherfucker! Hands up on the ground! I will kill you! Who the fuck is in the door? And there's at least three! At least three! Got it? Car's not cleared.
After the collision, the car rolled several times before coming to a stop. Police successfully arrested the driver, later identified as Jaquan Salvalis Hall. He was placed in a patrol car and transported to Highlands County Jail for further investigation into his attempted escape. On January 2nd, 2023, the Georgia State Patrol's Criminal Apprehension Unit worked alongside the East Point Police Department to apprehend a suspect wanted on multiple felony warrants. The individual was driving a stolen Jeep Grand Cherokee and proved to be both persistent and reckless, complicating efforts to safely pursue him. The police successfully cornered the vehicle in a yard that seemed to block all escape routes. However, the suspect managed to evade capture and continued fleeing. The car flew into the air. A confrontation ensued in a parking lot, where police executed several Pitts maneuvers on the vehicle. The pursuit ended when the vehicle crashed into a utility pole, disabling it.
Please turn off the vehicle and put your hands on the steering wheel. Please turn off the vehicle and put your hands on the steering wheel. Please turn off the vehicle.
The suspect, identified as 19-year-old Matthew Gaskins, was taken into custody without further incident and transported to the East Point County Jail.
29 to felony takedown, European. Get on the ground!
Get on the ground!
On March 25th, Officer Jimmy Harmon of the Lamar Police Department reported the theft of a white Ford pickup truck towing a trailer in Lamar. After receiving a tip, police quickly closed in on the vehicle and attempted to initiate a stop. However, the driver refused to pull over, sparking a pursuit.
29 Clarksville, I contacted it. We're westbound We need 1024 with it. Still going westbound, 57 mile marker.
State. 10-4, you just right.
Yeah, County and PD with me.
10-4, right ball.
10-4 direct. 29, are you covering?
We're still on going. He's trying to sling that stuff off the street.
Clarksville police also attempted to deploy spike strips to stop the vehicle, but were unsuccessful. The pursuit continued westbound at speeds of around 70 miles per hour. Moore stated that it appeared the suspect tried to shake the contents of the trailer loose during the chase.
I want you guys to go ahead and stay with them until they get some more units and freeze them here. 70 miles an hour, still less than 40 in the fast lane, or fast lane.
Units, be careful. I think he's trying to sling that stuff off the street. That looked like a male, but I just looked at 28 and lit him up. I didn't get in front of it.
Oh, that's the 53.
A Coal Hill police unit also deployed spike strips, successfully puncturing the driver's front tire. However, the thief, undeterred, attempted to accelerate and continued fleeing.
Spike's deployed. He got him. Oh, he's losing that icebox out the back. He's looks like we got a front tire, front driver's side tire. Definitely front driver's side tire. 68 miles an hour. Westbound.
However, with the front tire damaged and wobbling uncontrollably, the vehicle struggled to move. Eventually, the thief was forced to slow down and come to a stop, bringing the chase to an end after a determined effort by the police.
He's on the rim. He's about to come to a stop here soon. Just before that Franklin. We're pulling over on the shoulder just before Franklin County.
29, the felony takedown, if you can.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The suspect was seen exiting the vehicle, nude, and attempting to flee the scene before being apprehended by police. She was then transported to the Johnson County Detention Center, where she was charged with theft, fleeing, reckless driving, and resisting arrest. On October 9th, 2024, Lieutenant Latter of the Saline County Sheriff's Office requested assistance from the police in locating a fugitive driving a blue Chevrolet 3500 pickup. The police responded promptly, initiating a pursuit and promptly informing Lieutenant Latter of the situation. After catching up with the suspect, the police attempted to initiate a traffic stop. However, the suspect stubbornly disregarded all signals and continued to accelerate recklessly.
What's your speed?
As the police pursued the suspect, they alerted and coordinated with other law enforcement agencies to quickly bring the chase to an end.
Speed's still in there. We're coming up to it, though. I think we're gonna have some time for that.
As the pursuit reached the Little Rock city limits, the police executed a successful tactical vehicle intervention, causing the suspect's vehicle to lose control, veer to the right, and come to a halt.
I didn't do nothing. Get your hands behind your back. Yes, sir. What were y'all shooting for? 115, 115. Get out of the fucking car now! Get out of the car now! Get out! Get out of the car! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Stand by and we'll get up. What were y'all shooting for?
The police quickly arrived at the scene, arrested the suspect without incident, and transported him to the Saline County Jail. He was booked on charges of fleeing, reckless driving, second-degree property damage, driving on a suspended license, using false license plates, and operating a vehicle without insurance. On May 29, 2024, the St. John Sheriff's Office requested assistance while pursuing a white Ford pickup truck traveling northbound on Interstate 95 near mile marker Trejundra, Ogchuin. After spotting the vehicle in violation of traffic laws, the police activated their emergency lights and began chasing the fleeing vehicle. police swiftly arrived at the scene and arrested the driver, later confirming her identity as Alexandria Mason. A gun was found in the center console of the vehicle. Fortunately, the pursuit ended safely, with no injuries reported. On November 9, 2024, Officers Gonten and Williams were conducting an alcohol sobriety checkpoint when an SUV approached. Upon spotting the checkpoint, the driver stopped a short distance away, turned around, and fled the scene. The police executed a tactical intervention to prevent the vehicle from reaching higher speeds. The offending vehicle spun 360 degrees, but, instead of stopping, it continued to accelerate and flee. A second intervention was executed, but like the first, the driver remained stubborn and determined to evade the police's relentless pursuit. The police swiftly surrounded the suspect's vehicle, trapping him in a corner. Although the suspect resisted, he eventually surrendered with his hands raised. The individual, identified as Nicholas Koskinen, was arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol and charged with reckless driving. He was taken to the Baxter County Jail. On October 24, 2024, police officers patrolling in Arkansas noticed a red Ford F-150 speeding down the road. They promptly activated their sirens and initiated a pursuit.
All right, Schwab, all yours. 6-1. Just walk the complex. Just green light. I've got green light and CID.
After an intense chase, the police executed a precise pit maneuver, causing significant damage to the vehicle and bringing it to a halt. They then moved in and arrested the driver. suspect was arrested for speeding and transported to a prison in Arkansas, where he will face charges for his actions. On November 9, 2024, a Florida Highway Patrol officer on duty in Miami was alerted to a pursuit of a stolen white truck. Upon spotting the vehicle, the officer quickly joined the chase.
I got it. No problem. Put him over drive. Getting to Old East on 1155. I'm behind a signal 10. We're going to be on River Drive. I'm putting Okeechobee Road.
1155 10-4. Be advised if you're in control by the other units.
So far, I'm just with Hialeah. Getting to Okeechobee Road now from 79th Avenue. Alright, Southeast on. Southbound on Ogie. Approaching the Palmetto. Looks like it's a white work van. White work van. Alright, South River Drive.
A high-speed police chase erupted as the stolen truck raced through the city, swerving recklessly through traffic and leaving a path of chaos behind.
Go for it. Go for it.
The police quickly closed in on the truck, preparing to perform a pits maneuver to end the pursuit, but only when it was safe to do so, ensuring the safety of those around them.
But the vehicle's continuing. The vehicle's continuing.
After a series of tactical maneuvers that forced the suspect's vehicle to lose control and come to a stop, the police swiftly moved in and apprehended the individuals inside. The suspects were then transported to the Miami County Jail. On September 18, 2024, while traveling north on North 6th Street, police spotted a red Dodge 3500 heading south that matched the description of a stolen vehicle from Ozark, Arkansas. The officers quickly turned around and began pursuing the vehicle, which immediately began running stoplights and driving recklessly.
Traffic's long, speed's 90. Had 3 occupants in it. Speed's 100 right now. We're still southbound. That's the Bolero. Speed's 98.
The vehicle was traveling at speeds over 100 miles per hour south on North 6th Street, running stop signs and red lights as it raced through the area. In response, police accelerated in an attempt to close the gap and catch up with the suspect. On December 20th, 2022, while on patrol in Tallahassee, Florida, police spotted a pickup truck speeding. Without hesitation, they activated their hazard lights and began a pursuit, intent on preventing the suspect from escaping. The driver continued to drive recklessly and aggressively, showing complete disregard for other vehicles on the road. Meanwhile, the police maintained their pursuit, looking for the safest way to bring the car to a stop. After a brief pursuit and with the support of additional officers, the fleeing vehicle was safely stopped without any collisions. The driver was subsequently arrested and taken to the police station for questioning regarding his attempt to flee. This incident serves as a reminder to everyone that attempting to escape from the police will only lead to unfavorable consequences. On September 30th, 2022, while on patrol, a police officer spotted a white Jeep Grand Cherokee traveling from Cleveland Avenue to I-85 North at a high rate of speed. The Jeep continued to accelerate rapidly, changing lanes without signaling. The officer promptly activated his hazard lights and initiated a pursuit. The Jeep accelerated to speeds over 100 miles per hour, struggling to maintain lane control and making unsafe lane changes. As it neared the Ralph David Abernathy exit ramp, the driver swerved recklessly across multiple lanes in a dangerous manner. The Jeep accelerated to speeds over 100 miles per hour, struggling to maintain lane control and making unsafe lane changes. As it neared the Ralph David Abernathy exit ramp, the driver swerved recklessly across multiple lanes in a dangerous manner. The pursuit ended when a police pits maneuver sent the vehicle airborne. Officers arrived at the scene to find the suspects, Broderick Dunn and Amarian Clotter, dead inside the car. The two had attempted to flee from the police. On March 5, 2024, a Florida Highway Patrol officer was on duty on Interstate 95 when he pulled over a silver Lexus IS 200 for speeding. As the officer approached the vehicle and began questioning the driver seized the opportunity, accelerating rapidly when the officer was momentarily distracted. This prompted the officer to initiate a pursuit. The driver operated the vehicle recklessly, showing a complete disregard for other motorists. The officer observed the driver cutting off several vehicles, briefly entering the emergency lane, making numerous unsafe lane changes, and speeding aggressively, creating a significant hazard on the roadway. While attempting a right turn onto westbound State Route 808, the Lexus driver failed to slow down and crashed into the guardrail. The impact caused significant damage to the vehicle, rendering it unable to continue fleeing. The driver then exited the vehicle and fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended by police. She was identified as Tiana Amaya Jolly. Officers Hardy and Olson transported the suspect to Palm Beach County Jail, where she was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, and several related offenses. Houston police say 3 suspects wearing scream masks arrived at a store robbery just before leading police on a rush-hour chase in the North Loop in McCarty.
We are on the East Loop coming up on Market Street, heading northbound.
According to investigators, the suspects held up workers at a GameStop store at 2612 South Shepherd around 5 p.m.
Give me the cross streets, Alan.
Stealing and reckless driving only make things worse.
That's a Chevy Camaro with a V8 in it, Art, and we've just passed Market Street, and we're underneath the I-10, just past I-10 now, coming up on the North Loop, on the feeder street, because as you can tell, freeway traffic is extra heavy this afternoon over here.
After the suspects fled, officers managed to find them on the 610 North Loop. Police pursued the suspects until their Camaro suddenly stopped.
And had police going in every direction. We finally caught up with the Camaro. We're up here with HPD, so we're up here with them and trying to get this Camaro stopped. Right now, they're at a stoplight, and he's got himself stopped right now. Yeah, and
After a short psychological struggle, the suspects decided to surrender. No one was seriously injured in the chase.
Alan says, no, we are not able to stay for that. Oh, there he is now. Hands up.
On November 20th, 2020, while patrolling Virginia Street and Harrison Street, police observed a vehicle failing to obey traffic signals and not using its turn signals. The officers activated their emergency lights to initiate a stop, but the driver ignored the warning and sped off, prompting a pursuit.
999 minutes and 38. 355. No, it's an 80.
At the intersection of Cambridge Street and Fortner Street, the patrol vehicle attempted a precision immobilization technique to stop the suspect vehicle but collided with it instead, though the maneuver was unsuccessful.
Right-hand turn on Vassar Street. Right-hand turn on Cambridge.
The driver was speeding recklessly through a residential area. Police attempted to approach the suspect and perform a pits maneuver, but were unsuccessful. The vehicle continued to accelerate and fled the scene.
Cambridge,
patrol vehicle made multiple attempts to execute a precision immobilization technique by colliding with the suspect's vehicle, but remained unsuccessful. The suspect then took the Cleveland Avenue exit ramp, turned left, and continued west on Cleveland Avenue.
Driver side rear tires, failing him. He's out of control, almost at the pedestrian, Springdale Road. Getting out of the vehicle, Springdale Road. Passengers out of the vehicle, I have no units behind me.
After dropping off one passenger, the suspect's vehicle sustained significant body damage, causing it to become quickly disabled. As a result, the pursuit was terminated at 2451 Springdale Road Southwest. Officers drew their agency-issued weapons and verbally commanded the driver to surrender for fleeing and eluding police. The driver, identified as Edward Lee Brown Jr. of Georgia, was arrested and transported to pretrial detention in Atlanta without further incident. On August 26, 2024, while on duty, police stopped a Toyota when they were called to assist Officer Sam, who was pursuing a white Cadillac Escalade that was attempting to flee. The police activated their sirens and attempted to stop the vehicle at Officer Sam's request, but the driver ignored the command and sped away. The police quickly accelerated to catch up with the suspect's vehicle, preparing to execute a pits maneuver, determined to end the pursuit as swiftly as possible. After a successful pits maneuver, the car spun around and came to a stop. The driver exited the vehicle and raised his hands in surrender at the police's command. The officers quickly restrained and arrested the driver for fleeing and evading. He was then taken to Leon County Jail for processing. On December 10, 2024, Officer First Class Marshall Hill was stationed at exit 87 on the northbound Interstate 49 ramp when he noticed a light gray sedan speeding at an unusually high rate. The officer promptly activated his emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver disregarded the signal and accelerated, fleeing the scene. The officer quickly pursued, narrowing the gap with the vehicle. The driver, refusing to cooperate, ran a red light without signaling. As the pursuit neared Sugar Creek Road and navigated a left curve, the vehicle swerved off the right shoulder and into a ditch. It then struck a retaining wall before crashing into a shed at 10160 Sugar Creek Road, coming to a stop.
Hey, show me your hands! Show me your hands! Stick your hands out the window! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The officer commanded the man to the ground, and after a brief hesitation, he complied. Police then placed him in handcuffs. The driver was later identified as Zachary Dutton. He was transported to Mercy Hospital in Rogers and charged with fleeing, reckless driving, speeding, possession of drug paraphernalia, along with several related offenses. On August 1st, 2024, while conducting routine patrol in Collier County, Florida, police received a radio alert about a bolo for a black Toyota Camry fleeing from authorities. Upon spotting the vehicle, officers quickly activated their hazard lights and joined the pursuit.
3-1 hotel, come back.
Sean, stay in front of me because you got to, you can't get
Driver 4.
5-6, Fort Myers, Williams, 1046, traffic reference, 745.
hit, vehicle on the guardrail, right page shoulder. Hit, vehicle on the guardrail, right page shoulder.
It's going to be occupied, 10 in the front.
Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car right now! Get on the ground!
The In August 2024, Arkansas State Police find themselves in a high-speed pursuit after a vehicle flees the scene of a traffic violation. The driver, apparently determined to evade arrest, escalates the chase. The driver recklessly ran a red light, showing no regard for his own safety or that of others on the road. police then contacted the forward unit to deploy spike strips, aiming to puncture the suspect's tires and bring the pursuit to a swift end. However, an accident occurred when the police car struck the spike strips, disabling it from continuing the pursuit. Despite this setback, other units quickly took over and resumed the chase.
Find all my fucking tires! Dumb motherfucker!
The suspect's car also suffered a flat tire, slowing it down and preventing high-speed escape. Police quickly closed the gap and successfully executed a pits maneuver, causing the vehicle to lose control, slam into the guardrail, and come to a stop.
Speed 47, two guy. And he's continuing slowly. We're slowly rolling down the west off on the big ridge. We're taking off.
Hands! What's over your head?
Hey, come to me. Hey, I got it.
Hey, get out! Right now! Get out!
Come on.
Other hand! Give me your other hand! He's drunk. What kind of your other hand? Get me your other fucking hand now!
The driver was promptly restrained without incident and transported to headquarters, where he was held accountable for his reckless disregard of the law. On March 17, 2024, Euclid police identified a vehicle that had been reported stolen. After confirming it was white, they activated their emergency lights to initiate a stop. The suspect inside, however, immediately accelerated and fled the scene. The car was speeding and driving recklessly through a residential area, creating a highly dangerous situation and putting those nearby at serious risk. The car then entered the highway, becoming even more reckless. The police were forced to act quickly in order to apprehend the suspect. As soon as the police arrived, the car was speeding at high velocity when it collided with another vehicle, coming to a halt. The occupants of the car quickly fled on foot, prompting the police to immediately exit their vehicle and pursue them. The police later apprehended the occupants of the car. According to reports, the collision resulted in one fatality, Michelle Wall, 44 years old. The suspect will now face the consequences of their reckless actions and the harm they caused. On January 17, 2021, while stationed on the overpass of State Route 54, police observed a black SUV speeding in the left lane. Without hesitation, they activated their emergency lights and began a pursuit. The police rapidly sped up to close the distance with the suspect vehicle, resolute in their effort not to lose track of the offender. After a brief acceleration, the police closed the gap and swiftly executed a successful pits maneuver, causing the vehicle to lose control and crash into a row of trees, bringing the pursuit to an end. The police arrested the driver, noting a strong smell of alcohol on him. The driver and the passengers were then taken to the police headquarters. The driver was charged with driving under the influence, speeding, reckless driving, and other related offenses. On May 4, 2024, a Black Hawk police officer, while parked in a lot alongside another patrol car, noticed a vehicle violating traffic laws. Without hesitation, the officers quickly got into their patrol car and initiated a pursuit, determined to prevent the driver from escaping.
Flash over. approaching and holding that.
What's the traffic condition?
The driver exhibited reckless behavior, running a red light and dangerously swerving through traffic. There were several moments when it appeared a collision with other vehicles was imminent, highlighting the driver's disregard for safety.
Now we're going to the Hopper Creek Drive. That's the
The police then closed in on the vehicle, resulting in a minor collision. This caused the high-speed car to lose control, skid, and crash into a tree before coming to a halt. The police successfully apprehended the individuals inside the car. Thankfully, no one was injured in the collision. On February 9, 2024, a Florida Highway Patrol officer in Charlotte County spotted a motorcyclist speeding and aggressively passing On December 10th, 2024, Officer Vrooman, while patrolling U.S. Highway 67 48 miles south, observed a 2022 white Dodge Challenger committing a traffic violation. The officer attempted to initiate a stop, but the driver accelerated and fled, leading to a pursuit. The driver aggressively passed a truck without regard for his own safety or the safety of others, rapidly accelerating to put distance between himself and the pursuing police vehicle. However, the police quickly closed the gap, positioning themselves to execute a pits maneuver and bring the high-speed pursuit to a safe end. A successful pit stop quickly turned into disaster as the car lost control, crashing into a roadside fence. The car came to a halt, and the driver, unharmed, swiftly exited the vehicle and fled on foot.
Hey, police!
The police quickly pursued and apprehended the driver, identified as Dontarius Gordon. He was taken to the police headquarters for questioning and charged with escape, reckless driving, and several related offenses.
He's gonna go on the shoulder here, hit a semi one or two, gun on scales.
On August 7th, 2022, Arkansas State Police were conducting a routine traffic stop when they noticed a gray vehicle speeding. Without delay, they activated their emergency lights and began pursuing the car, promptly requesting additional support from other officers. The driver accelerated and drove erratically, switching lanes without signaling, creating a hazardous situation on the road. The police attempted to signal the driver to pull over safely, but the driver ignored all commands and continued to speed, driving aggressively. Soon after, additional police units arrived to assist, determined to bring the chase to a safe and swift conclusion in order to minimize the risk to bystanders.
We're at the 272, just so you know. I know how many tires just got out. I started coming off there and still running 115.
As the situation reached a standstill, the car suddenly slowed down at a curve. The police swiftly executed a pits maneuver, causing the vehicle to lose control, sway, and crash into a tree while attempting to flee. The chase was finally over. The police quickly exited their vehicles, drawing their guns and issuing repeated commands for the driver to exit the car. After a tense standoff, the driver was finally apprehended and taken into custody. He now faces legal consequences for his actions. On December 13th, 2024, Officer Hunter Grubbs, while on duty at the intersection of Piercy Road and Caddo Gap Road, spotted a 2000 beige Nissan Frontier. After running the vehicle's license plate, the officer pulled in behind it and activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop. However, following a brief interaction with the officer, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled, prompting Officer Grubbs to initiate a pursuit.
You mind open up your door, please? Yep. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, 17, 37.
The driver drove recklessly, swerving into oncoming traffic multiple times during the pursuit. The officer tried to close the distance and immediately called for backup to prevent the driver from evading capture.
We're on the loop still. We're coming up on Piercy. Shoot you! I'm gonna shoot you! Right fucking now, hands! Give me your goddamn hands! Right now! Hands! Right now! Hands! Walk to me! I will shoot you! Do you understand me? Walk to me! Walk to me now! Hands where I can see them! Get down on the ground right now! Hands over your head right now!
As the pursuit neared the intersection of Caddo Loop Road and Caddo Gap Road, the driver ignored a stop sign, crossed Caddo Gap Road and crashed into the woods, causing the vehicle to break down. The pursuit came to an abrupt end.
We're Caddo Gap, yeah, Caddo Gap and Piercy area. Hit on bumper. Why are you running?
There's your road wrecked out to 15 times on. You need EMS.
Go ahead and send my way.
10-4, are you 1050?
10-4, 1050. Why are you running? You were about to get a warning.
You're okay, Johnny. Wrecked out Caddo Gap and Piercy is one in custody.
The driver was promptly taken into custody without further incident. While handcuffing him, officers discovered a black handgun magazine in the back pocket of his jeans. He was later identified as Michael Eugene Bradshaw. Charges filed against him include speeding, reckless driving, driving without a license, fleeing, possession of drugs, and possession of a weapon. On April 11, 2021, while patrolling near University Avenue and McDaniel Street, Officer Camarade noticed 3 mountain bikes traveling westbound with no riders wearing helmets. The officer activated his hazard lights and attempted to stop them, but the riders quickly sped off, prompting a pursuit.
University of Metro 1.
The riders of all 3 bikes made an illegal U-turn, weaving between cars as they headed northbound on Metropolitan Parkway. Officers attempted to stop the bikes, but were unable to catch them.
Stop sign, I got you. Atlanta, we got 1 detained.
However, officers swiftly brought the pursuit to an end with a well-executed traffic stop, overpowering the riders. Fortunately, the incident concluded without any injuries.
I don't know where they're at. He's leaking fuel.
The driver, identified as Cavario Hunter through his GA driver's license, was arrested. Mr. Hunter was placed in the back of the patrol car and transported to Atlanta for a pre-trial hearing. He was charged with fleeing or eluding, reckless driving, and several related offenses. On January 30th, 2023, Arkansas State Police received a report of a stolen SUV fleeing from authorities. Without hesitation, officers activated their hazard lights and swiftly joined the pursuit. Upon realizing the suspect vehicle was speeding and driving recklessly, the police swiftly accelerated to close the gap and pursue the car.
4511. Coming up to Galena, east on Galena.
On July 27th, 2021, Milwaukee police attempted to stop a vehicle suspected of being involved in drug trafficking. As officers approached the vehicle during the traffic stop, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled, triggering a pursuit.
Stay on him. 328 clear. Gonna be southbound on 33, coming up the north Ave. It's gonna be blue Toyota Yaris. Looks like 3 or 4 occupants. Clear right, clear right, clear right. Continuing southbound on 33, going for reckless driving. Also multiple drug dealing. There's more cars. 81, if we can get permission for a third car. Like I said, I think there's at least 3 occupants, maybe 4 occupants in this car. Heavy 10. Eastbound on Lloyd from 33, speeds are 30, roads are dry, there's no traffic. Tower actually gets 40, roads are dry, no traffic.
The police quickly issued a call for backup, determined to apprehend the suspect and prevent his escape.
Traffic on Lisbon West. West on, nope, I'm sorry, he's going to continue south. Continuing south on 32 from Lisbon. Speeds are 40, roads are dry, no traffic. A bluish gray or blue Toyota Yaris. One for drug dealing. Plate's going to be Adam Lincoln Boy 4511. Coming up to Galena, east on Galena. East on Galena from 32. Speeds are very low, about 35 miles an hour. Roads are dry, no traffic. Are we able to get that third car? All the way, clear, clear. Oh, 60, roads are dry.
The driver sped recklessly through heavy traffic, dangerously running red lights. The risk of a collision was extremely high, and the situation was made even more perilous by the driver's erratic behavior.
It's going to continue south. Clear right, they're holding. Clear right. Through the red on Wisconsin, through the red on Michigan. Clear right. Still south on 35. Oncoming Landa Park on the right. You're clear there, you're good right. Passing St. Paul. Blue Toyota Yaris, one for reckless driving. Speeds are 60 miles an hour. Roads are dry. Getting caught in traffic here. They're trying to figure out what they want to do. Stay there, stay there, stay there. They're stuck in traffic here. Alright, we're moving again. Back south on 35. And west on Park Hill. They might be trying to get on the freeway here. And we're going to be in the lane to get on the freeway. So close to the hard. Oh, good. We got a green on 20th. Continuing westbound. Speeds are 75 miles an hour. Roads are dry.
In the end, the inevitable occurred when the car ran a red light while attempting to avoid another vehicle, crashing into a tree. Meanwhile, the other car collided with a house, bringing the chase to a halt.
Going up to 27, he's got a red. Through 27 still. We're going to have a crash. We got a big crash here on 27 in the lead. 27 in the lead. Lock it. Crash at 27 to lead. Let me know if you need medical.
The police quickly moved in, successfully apprehending the suspect and escorting him back to headquarters without incident. He will now face the consequences of his actions under the law. On June 18, 2024, Michigan State Police received a report of a murder suspect fleeing in a gray car. As soon as the suspect spotted the police, they fled, prompting officers to initiate a pursuit. As the car slowed down, the police executed a pits maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin out. However, the suspect quickly regained control and sped off again.
Copy, getting off on now.
Second pit attempt.
Second pit attempt, successful, going westbound on the hill.
Second pit, unsuccessful, westbound now.
Passing fine. Passing fine.
Passing second.
The driver ran the red light recklessly, showing complete disregard for both his own safety and the safety of others around him.
Approach him in. Still westbound.
He didn't hear us.
During the high-speed chase, the suspect's car suddenly lost control on a curve, crashing into a tree and coming to a stop, bringing the pursuit to an end.
Crash out. Remember, I have a gun.
Crash out, copy, lead.
Hands up, both of them! Both of them! Both hands! Don't move. I got him. We gotta get my buckle. I got both hands. You get my buckle for me? You got any guns or anything, man? No, sir. Nope. Hands up. Hands up.
The police quickly arrived at the scene and successfully subdued the suspect. The situation ended safely with no injuries. The murder suspect was then transported to Flint County Jail. On June 15, 2021, while on patrol, Milwaukee police officers noticed a vehicle committing traffic violations. When the officers attempted to pull the vehicle over, the driver abruptly swerved and sped off. In response, the officers activated their hazard lights and began a pursuit.
X-ray unit Tom, going to be occupied by two juveniles. We're currently southbound on 99th Street, approaching Good Hope. Person's going to be for reckless driving.
The driver swiftly accelerated, fleeing recklessly at high speeds and creating a chaotic scene alongside the pursuing police car. Will the officers be able to catch up and bring him to justice?
We're currently 30 miles an hour, going to be doing a U-turn, and we're turning back to go west, or correction, east on Good Hope. Slowing down. Now his car is smoking. Now, still east on Good Hope from 99th Street. Driver's going to be a black male, black hoodie, approximately 15 years of age. And the passenger's going to be a black female, shorter hair. Speeds are 80 miles an hour. Road conditions good. Traffic is light. Going to be passing 91st Street. It is now in oncoming traffic. Disregarding the light and still eastbound good. Back into all lanes of traffic and it was back into oncoming traffic, still eastbound good, coming up to.
The car swerved into the opposite lane, aggressively changing lanes without any regard for the safety of others on the road.
Speeds are currently 70 miles an hour and increasing, still in oncoming traffic. guess the traffic is light, road conditions good. Once again, gray Kia Sportage, 592 X-ray in town. Black male driver, black hoodie, black female passenger, short haircut. Unfortunately, along the road, you feel like you need to come back to 6th. Lights are finished, and we're now going to be doing another U-turn on Bradley at 60th, going back west on Bradley. Once again, it's going to be a great Kia.
The chase was intense as the driver weaved back and forth through a busy intersection, creating a scene reminiscent of a cat toying with its prey.
Westbound Bradley, 70 miles an hour, climbing off right track. Road conditions good, traffic is light, still westbound Bradley.
The car continued to veer into the opposite lane, and this time, the driver's reckless actions caught up with him when he collided head-on with an oncoming vehicle.
Crash.
The collision resulted in one fatality, and the police have not released any further details at this time. On July 29th, 2022, Arkansas State Police were on patrol when they spotted a vehicle speeding. The officers quickly accelerated to close the gap and activated their sirens and lights, but the driver ignored the signal and sped away. The driver disregarded all police signals and attempted to flee, accelerating increasingly as the car sped down the road. As the car approached an intersection and stopped at a red light, it seemed the pursuit was over. However, the driver suddenly accelerated and ran the red light, causing the chase to intensify.
Stop right there.
The police overtook the vehicle and drove alongside, urging the woman to stop. However, she appeared agitated and refused to comply, continuing to accelerate and flee.
Approaching Marshall.
police attempted to stop the car verbally, the driver refused to comply, prompting the officers to use force. A Pitts maneuver was executed, causing the car to spin and come to a stop.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands right here. Show me your hands. Right here. What about the car? Turn it off. Turn it off.
No, I'm not moving. The fuck?
Get out.
Don't throw me out this car on the blood road. Why y'all grabbing on me?
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
The woman reacted aggressively after being stopped, but the police swiftly subdued her and transported her to the station. She will be held accountable for resisting arrest. On September 21st, 2024, Arkansas State Police received a report of a stolen vehicle. Without hesitation, they quickly accelerated and joined the pursuit, determined not to let the suspect escape.
About 90 now. We're actually getting stuff standing about currently now.
47 motor. I'm trying to catch up to him. I'm right behind him.
We're still southbound on Stanton, about Regina Circle, 45 miles an hour. I think I'm going to make it up here a little around. We're still southbound on Stanton, speed about...
At one point, the police overtook the patrol car ahead and executed a decisive maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to lose control and come to a stop.
State second primary. I'm down baseline.
TBI, TBI.
Southbound behind the Dollar General. Get down on the station! Get down on the station! Get down on the station! Get down! Get down! Get down on your face! Get down on your face now! Get down on your face now! I'll shoot you!
The suspect then fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended. He was later identified as J. Braun Lewis and charged with theft and escape. He was subsequently taken to the Little Rock jail. On September 2nd, 2024, while on patrol, Officer Wright noticed a vehicle speeding eastbound on Interstate 40 near Mound City Road. Without hesitation, he activated his emergency lights and began the pursuit. The officer quickly closed the gap with the suspect and executed a successful Pitts maneuver, causing the vehicle to lose control. The driver then fled on foot.
Show me your fucking hands! Show me your hands!
Two running southbound. Looks like a standing down.
Two running southbound to standing down.
Due to the darkness, the officer decided not to take any risks and waited for reinforcements to arrive. Once backup arrived, a search was conducted using police dogs. After a 2-hour search, the vehicle's occupants were apprehended and taken to the police station to face charges for their actions. On April 25, 2023, while patrolling the Collier
You better stop. You better stop.
On July 27, 2023, Arkansas State Police were patrolling in Fayetteville when they spotted a motorcycle speeding. Upon activating their sirens, the driver immediately noticed the police behind him and accelerated rapidly, attempting to flee the scene. As the police quickly closed the distance, they noticed the driver was not wearing a helmet or any protective gear. The driver then signaled his intention to cooperate and pulled over to a stop.
Principal Street. He's motioning like he's gonna stop. We'll see. You better stop. You better stop. He's taking off again.
Just when it seemed like the situation was under control, the driver suddenly sped off again, clearly provoking the police and showing a blatant disregard for the law.
Past the gorge, coming back. We're back on East Grand. Coming in the city limits. It's a black and red. Just turned on to Crescent Avenue.
He drove recklessly, likely believing that the speed of his motorcycle and its agility would allow him to outrun the police. Given the situation, do you think the police could successfully apprehend him?
I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you. We're at Park Mart right now. Back on Crescent. So our speeds aren't too bad right now. We're about 70, but
He continued veering onto grassy roads, hoping to lose the police. However, the officers eventually blocked his path, causing the motorcycle to skid and crash. The chase came to an end.
Put your fucking hands behind your back! Behind your back! Look at me! Hey, I want to die! Hands behind your back! Right now! Please help! Fucking now! Help me! I ain't helping you to shit, stupid ass! Hey! You got this, guys?
The police quickly subdued the driver, handcuffed him, and transported him to headquarters for questioning. He was subsequently charged with reckless driving, provocation, and blatant disregard for the law.
TBI.
On February 11th, 2024, police received a call from the Lowell Police Department, who were pursuing a vehicle southbound on I-49 from the 78-mile road, and requested assistance. The suspect vehicle, a white pickup truck, was traveling in the right lane with its lights flashing. Officers later located the vehicle and joined the pursuit.
TBI. Rollover, start 1016.
Police swiftly pursued the vehicle and, without hesitation, initiated a tactical vehicle intervention. The suspect's vehicle swerved off the roadway to the right and overturned. The Lowell Police Department then arrested the driver, later identified as Alfred Prince, without further incident. On April 23, 2024, Officer Logan was stopped with his emergency lights activated on Gandy Boulevard, just west of I-275 in the right lane of Pinellas County, Florida. He then saw a white F-150 pickup truck speed past his patrol vehicle, clearly exceeding the posted speed limit. When the officer attempted to overtake the truck, the driver accelerated and fled the scene. The white truck sped up sharply, heading east on Gandy Boulevard. It ran several red lights at the intersection of Gandy Boulevard and the southbound I-275 exit ramp, driving recklessly and aggressively. Due to the white truck driver's reckless disregard for public safety, police attempted to bring the pursuit to an end. However, the driver accelerated in response. As he approached a turn at high speed, he lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a house, bringing the chase to an abrupt halt.
All units, you can 6-6 number 6 traffic, and 244.
Yes, sir.
The police arrested the driver without further incident. He was identified. On October 6, 2024, while on patrol, Arkansas State Police spotted a Ford Fusion displaying a violation. The officers activated their hazard lights to initiate a stop, but the driver accelerated and fled, prompting a pursuit. The car veered onto a deserted road, accelerating in an attempt to outrun the police. However, the officers swiftly closed the gap and quickly caught up with the suspect.
now. Somebody was breaking in my house. Somebody was breaking in my house. I can show you on my phone. I can show you on my phone. Get your fucking hand behind your back. Get your fucking hand behind your back. I can show you on my phone. Somebody broke in my house.
Under Arkansas law, a Pitts maneuver can be performed at any speed, and the police successfully executed it at high speed. They quickly pinned the suspect's vehicle, arrested him without incident, and transported him to headquarters. On March 4, 2022, while on routine patrol near 1st Avenue and 11th Street, an officer observed a gray Infiniti SUV driving without its headlights on. The officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the vehicle briefly slowed before accelerating away, leading to a pursuit.
928 Manchester 38.
28, go ahead.
Be 1st Avenue at 12th Street. Gray Infiniti, Texas 28, Paul George Mary 0. Show me 10. Show me 1080.
The police signaled for the driver to stop, but the driver continued to flee, driving recklessly and running multiple red lights. This created a hazardous situation on the roadway, putting others at significant risk.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The police executed a Pitts maneuver to stop the vehicle, causing it to spin and leave the roadway, crossing the center median. The vehicle then drove through a parking lot and collided head-on with a concrete wall, coming to a stop and ending the pursuit.
Yes. Yeah, give me a...
2 suspects were taken into custody, with the driver later identified as Dalvin Hudgens. A search through the GCIC revealed that the passenger had outstanding warrants from the Columbus Police Department and the Coweta Sheriff's Office. The passenger was then transported to the Muskogee County Jail. On August 2nd, 2021, Georgia State Police were patrolling their designated area when an officer observed a blue Camaro speeding in the left lane, traveling at over 100 miles per hour. The officer activated his emergency lights and siren in an attempt to pull the vehicle over, but the Camaro accelerated and fled, prompting the officer to initiate a pursuit. The suspect was driving at a dangerously high speed, weaving recklessly through traffic with complete disregard for other drivers. The officer attempted a Pitts maneuver to stop the vehicle, but the suspect managed to regain partial control and continued fleeing.
Attempted man, getting off the 26.
As the vehicle swerved, the officer executed a follow-up pits maneuver. The fleeing car's airbag deployed, disabling the vehicle. The driver then exited on the passenger side and fled on foot.
Shoot me your hands! Right on the ground now! Get on the ground! Put your hands on your back!
I don't want to time.
You know what's wrong?
I walk with that lady. What's wrong?
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Stand up. Come on.
What is wrong with y'all?
Come on, man.
That area keeps dropping. Why y'all doing all these? Y'all walking around.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go this way, Ken.
Yeah, I just walk. I'm walking. I'm just walking. Y'all can
No, you wouldn't. Because I'd seen where she was. Yeah, come on, fine.
Officers Hemingway and Walton of the Villa Rica Police Department located the fleeing driver and took him into custody. The driver, later identified as Taiwan Javon Wyatt, was then transported to the Villa Rica Police Department. On October 3rd, 2024, while conducting a traffic stop, Arkansas State Police observed a motorcycle speeding by without hesitation. Without delay, the officers initiated a pursuit, determined not to let the rider escape. The driver recklessly sped through a red light, showing complete disregard for other vehicles on the road. Will the police be able to catch the driver and bring him to justice? Using the agility of his motorcycle, the rider skillfully weaved through traffic while navigating sharp curves, making the police pursuit even more challenging. The winding roads gave the suspect an advantage, but the police were resolute in their pursuit, determined not to let him escape. This serves as a clear warning to everyone. Fleeing from the police will not go unchallenged. The police attempted to overtake in order to safely stop the vehicle, but the driver stubbornly accelerated, fleeing recklessly without hesitation. When the driver turned around to flee, the police seized the opportunity to block the vehicle, causing it to flip over. The driver quickly exited and fled on foot.
Back off just a bit.
Hey, you don't get to drive the wrong way, and then bitch whenever you get arrested. All right? Hey, shut up. Shut up. I'm not bitch. Consequences suck, huh? I ain't got no bitch. You got there? I ain't got nothing on me, bro.
The police swiftly gave chase and successfully apprehended the suspect. The driver, later identified as Calvin DeMarcos Hinton, was charged with fleeing, running a red light, speeding, and several other related offenses.